Have you ever had one of those neighbors? You know the type. The one with the perfectly manicured lawn, the brand new car, and the genetically engineered, top-of-the-line, show-quality pet velociraptor. Yeah, me too. My neighbor, let's call him Chad, loves to parade his prize-winning raptor, Shredder, around the neighborhood. Shredder is fast, sleek, and has this intimidating way of clicking his claws on the pavement. And then there's my guy. This is Rex. He's a compay for short. The shelter said he was a fun-sized dino with a big personality. That's code for he's the size of a chicken and mostly just chases butterflies. While Shredder is practicing tactical pounces, Rex is usually trying to figure out how to get a potato chip out of a Pringles can. He's not exactly the pinnacle of prehistoric power. Chad would always make these little comments. Oh, keeping him in a birdcage. Are we? Or does he fetch? Or just kind of waddle? It was infuriating. Rex has feelings, you know, and frankly, so do I. The final straw came during the annual neighborhood pet show. Chad announced that Shredder would be competing in the Dino Agility Gauntlet. It's this insane obstacle course designed to test speed, strength, and intelligence. The whole neighborhood was buzzing about it. That night, I looked at Rex, who was sleeping on my foot, snoring softly. Impossible. Maybe, but that little guy had more heart than any fancy pants raptor. I decided right then and there we were going to enter that gauntlet. We were going to turn this impossible situation into something possible. Our mission, Operation Tiny Terror. Training was creative. We didn't have strength, so we focused on smarts. I built a mini obstacle course in the backyard. We practiced weaving through garden gnomes instead of giant pillars. We used a laser pointer to teach him to navigate tight spaces. For the Great Wall climb, we discovered Rex was an amazing jumper, especially when a treat was involved. He might not be able to break through a wall, but he could definitely bounce off it like a parkour master. We were turning his weaknesses into his greatest strengths. Race day arrived. The air was thick with tension. There was Shredder, looking like a dinosaur supermodel, stretching his powerful legs. And then there was us. Rex trotted out, blinked in the bright sun, and sneezed. A few people chuckled. Chad gave me a smirk that said, "This will be fun to watch." The starting horn blipped. Shredder shot off like a rocket, clearing the first hurdles with terrifying ease. Rex, meanwhile, got a little distracted by a shiny button on the judge's coat. "Rex, focus," I yelled. He snapped to it and zipped through the weave poles like a tiny green bullet, while Shredder was using brute force to smash through barriers. Rex was ducking under them, finding clever shortcuts only a compay could fit through. It all came down to the final challenge. The puzzle rock, a complex series of levers, had to be pulled in the right sequence to open the finish line gate. Shredder was clawing at it, getting frustrated, his powerful talons too big for the delicate controls. But Rex, this was his moment. All those hours trying to get that last Pringle out of the can had paid off. He hopped onto the console and with surgical precision tapped the levers with his snout in the exact order we'd practiced. The gates swung open. Rex darted through just as Shredder finally managed to break the lever system entirely. The crowd was silent for a second, and then they erupted. They weren't cheering for the biggest or the strongest. They were cheering for the little guy who refused to give up. We did it. We made the impossible possible. Rex, my little dino, proved that it's not the size of the claws in the fight, but the size of the heart. So, if you've ever felt like the underdog, remember Rex. Sometimes the craziest dreams are the ones most worth chasing. Thanks for watching our story. If you enjoyed our little adventure, please hit that like button and subscribe for more tales of our tiny terror. We'll see you in the next one.